Hello, lovelies. It is your girl, Lauren, aka La, and I am back on the mic. It has been so long since I have done a podcast. It's almost shameful. And this podcast is going to really talk about a lot of those things and why it's taken me so long to get myself back in order. But so glad you're here. Let's hop right on into it. All right, you guys, I know. First and foremost, it has been forever since I have done a podcast. I think looking back in my notes, it's been 3 months, 6 months. It's been a minute. I can't even lie. Life has been ever changing. If you follow my business page, you know that I actually have a TV show coming out in a few weeks, which is absolutely crazy. And so I own that I am a solo entrepreneur. However, I get a ton of help from friends and family, but hey, there is only one me. And so with doing blogging, podcasting, and now a TV show under my arm, your girl got busy, but I literally was sitting here watching and binging Netflix, and I got an instant rush to podcast a topic and just pour out a feeling that I've had for a while now. And the topic is on just a simple phrase, what if? I had a meme that I saw that I've seen probably legit 10,000 times. And I don't know why it keeps flashing in my head over and over and over. And the meme basically says, 6 months of hardcore focus and alignment can put you 5 years ahead in life. Don't underestimate the power of consistency and desire. You have what it takes to become the best that you can be. Don't ever doubt yourself. Harness your power. Exceed your expectations. So, with everything of being an entrepreneur, I've said it multiple times. I'll say it again for the people in the back. Being an entrepreneur is very hard. And you constantly have thoughts. At least I'll speak for myself. As an entrepreneur, for me, it is hard. I'm creating something that I absolutely love to do, but it's scary because you are creating something that you have no idea how it will be received. And so with the weight of, in particular, my TV show coming out, I have just been constantly telling myself, oh my gosh, what if it fails? What if it's not good enough? What if people don't like it at all? What if you wasted your time? What if you wasted the time of all the people who helped you? What if? And I realized, especially, I don't know why that meme, but I realized that I have been sitting here in the what if in a negative capacity. I have been what ifing myself to death on every negative thought that you can think of. Not even from just the what if people don't like to what if, oh my gosh, what if you look fat on camera? Oh well, I'm thick. That's what I've been all my life. And I've had to take a true step back, and I really have. I don't know what it has been about this week in particular, but it has been so many things have been happening in this last week of a true whirlwind of emotions that I was like, what if you just take the next 6 months to what if positively over your life? What if you take a moment to just feed yourself positive thoughts for 6 months? What if you push through and be consistent with and showing up for yourself? What if, and what does that look like? And So that literal phrase of what if, but on a positive note, literally just hit me like a ton of bricks. And I jumped on the microphone to start talking about it in this podcast with you. So next, I want to take a second and ask you a question. When is the last time that you focused only on what you can control in your life? It is so easy. And I am definitely one of them who focuses on every little thing, regardless if I can control it or not. And I'm like, this is going to drive me legit crazy one day because it is almost to the point in my life right now where I have exhausted my own self on things that I literally cannot control in any capacity. And I was like, why am I doing this? And so, I love giving homework and I love talking to people and giving like tidbits of advice and things of that nature. So in this podcast, the assignment for one of them, because I probably have another one, but one of them is to think about when is the last time that you just took some time to focus on what you can actually control. In my life right now, I am going through a ton of change. Everything you can think about in my life, for the general most part, is changing. I would say the big pieces of my life are changing from career to home, to my business. Like everything is changing at the same time. And it is driving me absolutely crazy. It's like bonkers to have so much change because I am a natural planner. So I like to format everything and make sure everything is boom, boom, boom and laid out. But the way things are going in my life right now, things are moving at such a rapid change rate, I can't keep up. And so I am personally taking on, and one of the things that I want to really focus on and hone on for, say, the last 6 months of this year is to focus on what can I control. I can pretty much at this point control the time that I get up in the morning. I can control my workouts. I can control what I eat, how much water I drink, very basic things, but that's about it. And I want to see what life is like when I just focus on the things that I literally can control and just let whatever else happens in life happen. Because the big thing about, I say, a what if kind of mindset and the positive, really you have no idea of what's to come. And so a thing that I have that I know I can't control in any major capacity is how people will receive my TV show coming. But I could control how I built it, and I did that, and I'm happy with what I built, and so I'm just letting it stay there. I'm going to control my marketing. I can control that. I can control perception of websites and things like that. But there's so many things in life that we literally cannot control. And I'm interested, I kind of call myself going on an experiment to see, doing that mind shift and focusing on what I can control and what I can't, and just focus on that and just seeing how much stress that takes out of my body and mind. Because yeah, it's too much. So I got another question. I did say that I like to give assignments in the last piece. So another question. What if you stopped playing small with yourself? There's so many people around me that are so talented, but they play small and hide that amazingness that they show all the time. And so my question to you, have you been playing small in your life? Do you know that you have a skill, a business, how you're doing within your, say you're in corporate America, whatever it may be, and you've been playing small? Why are we doing that? What has caused us to play small? So I want and say this positive mind shift of what if. What if you stopped playing small with yourself? What would that look like? Have you taken a moment to even think about it? Have you taken a moment to journal about it and write it down? Hey, take a moment today and be like, let me write down in my notebook today, if I stop playing small with myself, with my dreams, where would I be in this life? What life would I create? And true transparency that you get from me all the time. I sometimes say that I overshare, but it's who I am. So with me, I've been doing a lot of promoting with my business, and I hit it very tough for at least a month and a half. I was low-key impressed with myself because I had never just honed in that much. And then it was like I got tired. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of work. And so I had gotten into it and I was like, And I just was like, I need a break, rest, R&R, all that. That's very important. I could go off on a tangent of how important rest is. But I said, you know what? Let me take a moment and recommit to myself. Because in all things we do in this life, it is easier to do the thing that, let me make sure I explain it right. It's easier to do the thing that we know. It's easier to not do the thing that we know that will make us better. So it could be as simple as picking up some clothes in your room and hanging everything up. It will make your life so much easier if you took the 20 minutes just to do it and then you set yourself up for the week than to not. Because yes, it's easy to leave the clothes in a pile, but then every day you got to dig through them. Then because they've been in a pile forever, maybe you got to iron them, and you got to do all these extra steps, and you're unorganized, and your life is just a clutter. Whereas if you just took the 20 minutes to hang everything up and get everything sorted, then your week runs faster. So I ask you this with playing small, let's not do it anymore. We owe it to ourselves to show up and be our authentic selves every single day. We are all unique. We're all beautiful human beings that were all created differently. And there's no reason to hide who that person is, because we all have a light within us. And it's so amazing when you walk in that true purpose and that focus of who you are and who you're meant to be on this earth. So I didn't plan this, but another question I have for you. And that question is, what if you join me in this next 6 months of 100% focus on you? So as it says in this meme, 6 months of hardcore focus and alignment. Cutting out that piece of the 5 years ahead in life, but just honing in on 6 months, I'll say this, of focus, because I don't love the word hardcore. 6 months of focus and alignment. Don't underestimate the power of consistency and desire. You have what it takes to become the best that you can be. Don't ever doubt yourself. Harness your power. Exceed your expectations. So the question to you today, the third one, is, what if you joined me on this venture? What if we did this together? Of saying no more, we are not gonna, be small anymore. Nope, for the next 6 months, we're focused. We're bringing ourselves in alignment of what we want in our lives. We are not feeding ourselves negative thoughts. We're focusing on what we can control, and we are focused on shining the light of our unique selves. The next 6 months, consistency, desire. What if you did that with me? Where do you see yourself in 6 months? And so I'm putting it out there via this podcast. I want to see. You can maybe argue, say with school, that you put in 6 months, but semesters aren't a true 6 months either. But I want to see what it's like for 6 months to bring that focus and alignment to my life, of the focus and alignment of what makes me happy, the focus and alignment of consistency and the desires that I want out of this life and working towards them. It could be the optimal time. Hey, everything happens for a reason. So I feel like this is the optimal time of right now. Everything's changing anyways. So I'm not going to focus on the change. I'm going to focus on what I can control. I'm going to focus on making sure that I drink my water. I'm going to focus on making sure I eat healthier foods. I'm going to focus on getting out and getting sunlight to make sure that I feel that on my skin as much as I can every day. I can focus on those. I want to make sure I focus on pouring into my business and pouring into the true things that make me happy. And my phrase for my business, especially right now, is I amplify voices, connect people, and spread joy. That's what I want to focus on for the next 6 months consistently. So what if you join me in this? I'm going to have check-ins. It may be monthly, just depending on where life is, because I think traveling may make it a little challenging for me because I like to podcast at home. It's quiet, comfortable. It's my happy place. But I'm going to commit to that. I'll say that here on the podcast. A monthly check-in to see how we're doing in our what if 6-month journey. And I want to see how you do too. So if you're ready to join me, hey, shoot me a quick email. Let me know you're in it. And it will just be us. You don't have to tell the world. You ain't got to comment on IG. I'm in it. We ain't got to do all that. If you want to, you can. But I think a big part about growth is also having it a little private. That's kind of going an oxymoron since I am discussing this on a podcast. But there's elements of, I feel like, growth that do need to be private. And there's elements of growth that can be public. So I'm publicly saying that I'm going to focus on this for the next 6 months. But privately, there's going to be so many lessons and things that I probably will never be able to document all the way anyways. But I hope that you join me. I hope you join me in this journey because we're all meant to be our best selves, and life is too short to not live in it authentically. So I love you all. I hope you guys have an amazing day of whenever time you're listening to this. And until next time. All right, good people, that is all for today. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the show so that you can catch every new episode. Make sure to leave a review so I can continue to bring you fresh content. And of course, do not forget to follow me on my social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram at _SpeakUpLaw. And to check out my website, www.speakuplaw.com for other great info and services. Until next time, good people. Hi everyone, my name is Lauren, aka Law, and I am the host of Speak Up Law. My goal in life is to amplify voices, connect people, and spread joy. So the way that I am doing that is very, very soon. I have a show coming out called Speak Up Law. Speak Up Law is a show that I crafted and created that showcases Black excellence, HBCU life, and lets you see all these amazing different professions of amazing Black people doing things in their lanes and absolutely crushing it. The show is filmed on HBCU campuses and other local businesses around the Nashville and Atlanta area, where you can meet and see people in their real time and see all the different professions that they do. When I tell you that I called in some amazing folks, I got entrepreneurs in the whiskey industry, I got art gallery owners, doctors, dentists, the list goes on. And even you get to hear from one of my amazing friends who is part of the Fisk Jubilee Singers. If you don't know who they are, look them up. They just won a Grammy. So until then, you can learn more about my show by going to Facebook or Instagram @_speakuplaw or my website www.speakuplaw.com. Until next time, love y'all. We'll chat later.